Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. Many men don't pay for the Nani. And what I mean by Nani is it's short for Punani, Jamaican patois for pussy. Because there's been a lot of talk recently, well, among other things, I'll leave it at that, but a lot of talk recently about tricking and men having to pay for the Nani and everything. And you got two sides. Guys saying, nah, you don't have to pay for it, and then guys saying, nah, you gotta pay for everything. You gotta pay something for the woman. And I'm here to basically debunk that. Now, let's be clear. Some men do have to pay. You can't get past that. Primarily non-select men have to pay because that's the only way they're going to get any attention from women. But there are many men who get the Nani for free. The woman's handing them the Nani. Now, I know this from two angles, not just from who I've known and talked to, but also from personal experience. Now, understand, I've actually been on both sides of that question because I'll say, well, all the sex I got before like my early 20s was actually free. It was free. I ain't have any money. I ain't have a car. Shoot. The woman just wanted to get with me. I don't see why a lot of guys, well, let me stop there. Unfortunately, and I saw this later in life because I grew up around guys who was getting it. And I see that to this day, especially some younger guys. Because, doing consultations and stuff, I get a lot of young guys, so they getting it for free. But I was getting it for free. Now, was I like the top dog? No, that's the interesting thing. I wouldn't call myself a top dog. Yeah, maybe lower end of select at best, but not top dog. But I was getting it for free. But then I say in the late 80s and stuff, I thought, well, we got to spend money. Everybody's saying, well, you got to spend some money, all that. My dumb ass listened. And you know what? I look back to that time, and it's like, yeah, I got some sex. But then recently, I really look back and I said, hold up, I got sex, but it was never from a woman I actually spent money on, like taking to plays and, taking them out and all of that stuff. It was always free when I did get it. And at first, I thought, because I talked about this before, I was like, well, yeah, spent some money, got some play. But then like I said, recently I really thought, sat down, looked at some scrapbooks, got like ticket stubs. And I said, did I get any? I was like, no. Some pictures of some women I dealt with or went out with, no. But then I looked at the ones I got stuff from. I said, I ain't spending money on her. She was free. Now, during that period, I ain't going lie. It was only a few women during that period. It was actually fewer women during the period I had money than before, when I straight up say I wasn't like a top dog. And definitely fewer than afterwards. Now, here's an interesting thing. Early 90s, I told y'all a story when I got caught. I really got into the body game, right? When I really got into the body game, and it was for professional reasons, I had to work out. There were, at the time, since I'll just say I was working out for a certain agency. So I didn't have my own spot, didn't have a steady job, living at my grandmother's house. And just the nature of it, I didn't, if I met a woman, I didn't say, oh yeah, I'm about to do this. I didn't do that at all. So money was tight then. Money was tight. I couldn't spend it. Now, I did have like a little freelance thing I did, business and everything, but I wasn't making money enough on it to do anything. Shit, half the time I had to pay my grandmother back for something. So I didn't have money then, yet had the body, and the women were going crazy. And it was free. In fact, one of my favorite times during that period was when 2 weeks straight, women paid for the motel. 2 weeks straight. Would have been 3 weeks straight, but the third woman had her own spot. And I'm like, and then, during that period, I was like, what the fuck I've been trying to pay for? So I was like, fuck it after that. Indeed, I had some women, they spending more money on me. I had a couple just straight up giving me money and shit. So I was like, and I met other guys like that. They weren't spending any money. I know guys like that to this day. And in fact, to this day, there's been times I've gone out with some women, like got separated from my wife in 2013. And then the divorce went through in 2015. And then the women I've dealt with since then, I really haven't spent any money. The only exception is one woman, but we had a ton of sex beforehand, and it was only going to places I wanted to go anyway. So it was like, she was good going to a hot dog stand or something for food. She didn't like insist on anything. I wanted to go some places. It's just like, well, you know, she gave up some good Nani, so she can come with me. But, and in fact, yeah, getting with it, but even in fact, really, as much money as I made, that particular woman made more money. And let's just say she provided equal as far as money. We'll leave it at that. She provided equal, so it was fair exchange. So speaking of fair exchange, because I see some guys thinking, well, you're paying with time. Well, here's a problem with that. I want y'all to think about it. Use some common sense with this. All right, if it's a time waster, shout out Alan Roger Curry for coming up with that term. Yes, you're paying with your time. If you're trying to get something from it, she gives nothing back. Like you spend time trying to wine and dine and stuff, and all she give you is a church hug afterwards. Maybe not even that, or she just wastes your time, period. Yeah, you paid your time. But if you the type of man who's still getting it for free, yes, you spending some time with the woman, but she's spending some time with you. She's spending her time on her knees. She's spending her time with her ass up. And shoot, if she really feels you, she's spending her time cooking something, cooking some food for you. Like there was one time, and well, I ain't dealing with this person anymore. Some people might saw our picture on IG, and I respect. I don't have it on there anymore. But I remember I had to drive to go see her, right? Now some people say you spending all your time driving and everything. But when I got there, she had a shopping bag of food for me. She spent the whole morning cooking for me. So that was her time. And then the time we spent together was enjoyable for both of us. See, understand something with that. Understand something. If the woman is doing something that is benefiting you, then that's just fair exchange. You're not spending time doing stuff. The only time you spending time, your time with the woman, if you're doing a bunch of stuff you don't want to do. If you don't want to do it and you could be doing something else, you know, then you spend your time. But look at it like this, and I've said this constantly. The top men deal with women on their terms. And there's been plenty of times a woman want to do something with me over the years, up to this day. And I'm like, no, I don't do stuff like that. Well, have fun. I don't want to do it. I don't go anywhere I don't want to go. To this day. And if I spend time with somebody, it ain't like she the only one receiving it. She's giving something back. It's that simple. So that's fair exchange. That's not spending anything. Y'all getting the same thing. So get that time thing out of there. You know? Unless you're dealing with the time wasted, then you spending time. But, you know, if you got any sense and you actually listen to the master of verbal seduction, Alan Roger Curry, he tells you, he talks about time wasters way more than I do. If you actually listen to him, shout him out. Shoot. So that time that woman spends with you is actually, shoot, you spending time with each other. She's spending her time. Shoot, she taking her time on your joint. She taking her time as she's backing that thing up. Her time. So get that out of the way. But see, I think one of the issues is, unfortunately, many men don't really want to learn what it takes to turn a woman on sexually, because that's what it comes down to. If you want something, if you want to keep your money in your pocket, keep your money in your pocket, not waste your time. Learn to turn on a woman sexually. And contrary to popular belief, it ain't always because you got a good looking face. I will say that 1,000 times. Like I said, I refer to those smash or pass videos. I did a video today saying just because somebody had Chad or Tyrone don't necessarily mean they satisfied it. I had a recent, like a couple years ago. Me and this woman don't deal with each other anymore, but we've been hooking up for like 3 years and stuff. Oh, never once paid a penny for it. Never once. But we had been, and it was like one of those things. She could do what's up. And she had actually dealt with another guy in the interim during one of our breaks. Well, we were never officially in a relationship. It was just friends with benefits. And she even told me, this dude, I mean, she said the dude was more muscular, more cut, everything and stuff. But yet she coming over to my place. That's another thing. If a woman spend her time coming to your place, yo, you sitting there watching TV, you watching the game, she coming over to your place. She might cook for you and shit over there. But anyway, with her, it was more about the sexual skill. And she told me that. She let me know. She told me straight up. You could say she was addicted. But that's the thing, though. That's the thing. Women will pay for, or they don't require money from a man they turned on bisexually. See, a lot of guys don't understand a simple thing. These women want some D out here. Now, I've said that several times before. The guy, well, if they want some D, they should want to get with me. No, they want good D. If you give and there's plenty of men, let's just be real out here. A lot of men give the impression they don't know what they're doing in the bedroom. If you give that impression, why would she want it? They want some good D. They put up with some bad D and shit, but you got like 70% of women that having an orgasm, which is a shame since there's 14 orgasms. You can't give a one? You can't give a one type of orgasm? Damn. Shit. You should be able to get her something. Shoot. You don't got that good stroke or something? Shoot. And then, that's what they looking for. They looking for the motherfucker who look like he can fuck. And that's a combination of body build, how you carry yourself, attitude, all of that. Energy that you give off, everything. So women want it, but they want it from certain men. That's why, I hadn't talked about the shadow world in a while. That's why they dip down. In fact, Joe Roughneck, here it come. That's why you get situations, the my bad situations. Yeah, they might get with that one guy who might be paying the bills or something. I'm going to get into that paying bill thing in a second. But they get with that one guy paying the bills and maybe good hubby. But he come home one day and somebody else pounding the shit out of his woman. And the dude pounding her look back and say, my bad. You know what? I really do need to get that on the t-shirt. It'll be like, my bad. This you, man? Oh, snap. Oh, yeah, let me finish up real quick. Let me get 3 more strokes in. Well, if it's wrong, let me get 12 more strokes in. But seriously, and speaking of which, I was talking about the money piece. Man, these women out here got their own money. I know 3 young ladies, at least 3 young ladies right now in their 20s got houses in this area. 3. And I know some women in their 30s got their own house. Unless the woman is poor. Nowadays, women don't need that money like that from men. They really don't. Now, if you hand it to her, they'll use it, save their own money. But shoot, they want that D. They got their own spot. What they need you for? You got more women in college now, getting these degrees and everything. Shoot. They don't need that man for that money. And you think you're going to present it to her? Like, you get some guys think they can just present some money to a woman, she going to take it. She might look at you. It's like this time when I was driving one time and it was 4 dudes in a car. And a dude in the back seat was waving to this woman, right? She was driving the car. Now, they in some hoopty. She driving a red convertible. And I forgot exactly what it is, but it was a high-end car. Had her shades on, chilling. He trying to wave at her. I was like, dude, I don't think that's going to work. Women ain't impressed like that. Only women impress some poor women. And is that what y'all want? Seriously, they the only ones really impressed. Only them, and you do get some gold diggers out here, but if your ass ain't making $1 million, what that mean? Gold diggers, shoot, they purposely go find the guys who are actually making some money. I mean big money. I ain't talking about even 6 figures. They putting themselves in position to get the 7-figure dudes. So women ain't even checking for you for the money. That's why a lot of dudes, Lou, they think money, money, money. It's like you getting pussy behind it. Like you go up in fact, you go up and present a woman, talk about how much money, she just might look at you. And let me shout out Master Teacher BGS when we talk about the octane models. If only way that money really gonna work, well, if you're a millionaire, if she's 100 octane, like real fine, yeah, you ball and stuff, but you gotta be pretty much a millionaire. If she's a 92 octane corporate type of woman, that money ain't impressing her. That money is not impressing her. She got that money. In fact, I'm gonna tell you what, back when I was really doing stuff, and shoot, even recently, I met some women, dealt with some women, they were making more money than me. I mentioned one, shit. I thought I was making something. She was like, well, this is how much I make. And I didn't even tell her how much I made. I was like, you know what, I ain't intimidated. And shit. Yeah, like I said, she paid for some shit, so, you know. But seriously, dudes, get off of that shit. Develop yourself. You don't have to spend it. Because my thing is this. As far as, think about something, too. Think about some of these guys getting some. Okay, my bad dude, he getting some. He ain't spending any money. The side men don't be spending any money. All he had to do is show the fuck up. Because she ain't trying to be seen in public with him. He just need a good air mattress somewhere. And what about these, like, women, including women in their 20s, fine women, messing with some high school students? Like we haven't had any major thing talking about some of these teachers messing with a high school student, but does that high school student got money? That dude's still sleeping on a bunk bed at his mama's house. So what kind of money is he spending to get that Nani? And yeah, it ain't just older women, it'd be women in their 20s. It'd be women in their 20s. Back then, even back then when you know, I was thinking, oh, I need to spend money on something. I remember I got kidnapped by a woman. I was like 22. She was 45. She took me to a spot and stuff. You know the song that came on. I don't even know if it's out there, but we'll throw the song in for comedic effect. Good loving body, rocking, knocking boots all night long. Yeah, I'm living at my grandmother's. She got a like townhouse in a gated community. So I'm like, hold up. I was like, I should have known then, but I was stupid as shit listening to some people. Then saw it didn't work. I'm glad I did go through that experience though. But that's just the reality out here. And see, people want to fight it. My logic is figure out how to get it without spending any money. Then you can save that money and then make it for your life. Use it for your shit. You know, save your money. Shoot, you get some women out here, they be buying men clothes, everything. Letting them drive their cars. Giving them cars sometimes. Because they want that good. They want to holler. Shoot, when they get that good D and stuff, it's like they intoxicated. Seriously, they on a drug. Anybody who remember my real old videos, remember I ain't had a jazz opening or even the opening I got now, but I had that song Pusherman. And I even I gotta find a video. I played that whole thing. I'm gonna see if I can find that video, that Pusherman video. I played the whole clip one time. Sit down and listen to it. I know it's somewhere. I gotta remember what I called it. Shit, they want that drug bad. They want that drug badly. If you give them that drug, you look like you can deliver that drug. Shoot, they'll pay you. They'll buy you stuff. They'll buy you clothes. They'll just hand you some money. So which one? And then you got control over it. That's the beauty of it. Shit, you indirectly pimping. So, you know, I wanted to share that because that's my thing. Now, if guys want to like pay money, okay, fine, do it. That's your right. It's your money. You do it. But ask yourself what you getting for it. Because let's just be real, yo. Other than acculturated prostitutes, or as the honorable pimp god calls them, acceptable hoes, do you really want that woman? Yeah, what you getting? You ain't getting anything. And plus, well, how would you feel if you found out that money you giving her, she taking it, giving it to some young boy, or giving it to somebody, she handing it to somebody? How would you feel? Think about it. All right. You financing some other dude, and not necessarily a pimp. So, but that's my position on that. And I'll debate anybody on that one. I will debate. I don't have time because I'm seeing too many men getting messed up out here, and I'm seeing too many man. I know so many. You know how many young girls I know who are thirsty? I mean, they thirsty. All you had to do is be nice to them. That's right. You don't even have to. As long as you decent, like you take a shower, and I'm serious. As long as you decent and be nice to them, they ready to throw it. I'm gonna tell you something now. It's a shame. I've been seeing about some guys being not getting sex as much, not getting sex. I'm like, women were never this easy. They were never this easy. You know? Seriously. And I'll say that. Like I said, anybody want to debate it? I'm right here. Just call me up because we got to get off of this shit. Too many guys making the shit more difficult. I'm like, women have never been this easy. People, see, you got some guys thinking it was hard, but you didn't live back then. You didn't live back then, so how the fuck you going to say what happened back then if you didn't live back then? Now, I've seen the times back then, yeah, you can still get some, but, you know, the women weren't as open. These women are open. They got YouTube channels talking about certain positions. I did a video one time talking about the appointments and shit. I'm going to put that in the description box, too. They got multiple videos talking about dick appointments. That's how badly they want it. But dudes thinking, oh, I gotta spend money. Man, come on, man, get up to date. Some people be talking about they know what's going on there. How can you? And you don't know what's happening there. I mean, it's right there in front of you and shit. I mean that, man, because shit. Some people doing some stuff. What's up? Yeah. Look like some sweat. Been sweating. Anyway. That's all I got for now. I'm going to go ahead and get my vittles. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.